After signing up for SalesScripter, you're probably going to want to spend most of your initial time in the Sales Message Builder area. This is basically where you will enter information about your products, your company, your prospects, and that information then flows down to the sales playbook and fills in the library of scripts, templates, documents, and whatnot. So the Sales Message Builder is just a few pages. Products, this is where you're going to enter information about the products that you sell. Campaigns, this is where you're going to build campaigns to try to sell your products. So the campaigns are where you enter information such as benefits, the pain points your products resolve, the different buyers you're targeting, examples of other customers you've sold to in the past. You have objections. This is an area where we've already loaded up the objections area with common objections, and you already will get responses to those common objections. So there's nothing to do here initially. And then the questions area, this is an area with different sets of questions, most of which are already preloaded in your account. And so there's nothing to do there initially either. And then all of this information feeds down into the building blocks, which is then what the library uses. The library uses these building blocks to create all of the different documents. But I just want to point out in this video a few things about the Sales Message Builder. First of all, when you're just getting going, you probably only need to spend your initial time in these two areas. Enter your information about the products you sell and then create a campaign to sell those products. Once you've done these, you can skip these other steps and then just start to look at the sales playbook and look at the different documents. You could even start to use the different documents that have been created, and you could probably do that for a good bit of time and then come back later and work on your objections. You can add more objections, work on fine-tuning the questions that are here in the system. You can add more questions, but those could be steps you come back to later. So again, the main thing here is just these two areas is where you really want to spend your initial time. If I click create product profile on this first step here, creating a product will be pretty easy. It should take you about 5 to 10 minutes, just basically entering your company, your product, the features, and some ways you're different. I want to point out, you'll notice here, this is a new profile, and these answer boxes here are filled in already. So what we try to do is we try to fill in your answer boxes with what we would call placeholder answers. That way, if you don't know the answer or skip answering a particular question, the placeholder answer then feeds into the script. So that helps you to use the scripts quickly or see what the answers are doing in the scripts. Basically, each answer box links to dozens of different places in the sales playbook. So if you put your product name here, everywhere in the scripts where we recommend you mention your product, that what you put here will display in your scripts. Now, just real quick, I want to point out under most of the answer boxes, you have these two check boxes. The first one is do not display answer in the templates. And the second one is highlight answer in the sales script. When you select these, basically that impacts how this answer then shows up in the library. So the first one, this basically hides this particular answer from showing up in the documents. The reason why you might want to do that is we want you to brainstorm and dump as much information from your head into SalesScripter as possible. And when you do that, you might put more information into the software than what you want displayed in the scripts. For example, you may go through one of the steps and it creates, let's say, 10 different bullet points. And that might be too many bullet points to show up in one of your emails, or it makes your script look too long and you want to fine-tune the way those bullet points show up in your templates. So instead of deleting that point, you could click this to keep the answer in SalesScripter in case you might want to come back to that or use it later, and you can basically just hide it. So this keeps it there, but it hides it from showing up in the documents. The other option is actually the complete opposite. What this does is this will highlight that particular answer. So if you have a list of bullet points and you know that the first bullet point and the third are the key bullet points that you want to remind yourself or remind your salespeople when they're looking at the scripts, you can check highlight, and then that particular point will be highlighted in the templates. So that's really good to use so that the key points pop out when you're looking at the documents. Now, one thing regarding the highlight that I want to point out is that the highlight actually does not show up in any customer-facing documents. So SalesScripter will create dozens of different email templates for you, and your answers will flow over to those emails. If you select highlight, it does not highlight in the email templates. So that's about it for a quick overview of the Sales Message Builder. There are, of course, individual videos that show each of these steps and each of the individual pages, and be sure to check those out by clicking at the top right, the button that says Help Video. On all of the different pages you're on, you'll see a quick video that will explain that particular page and how to answer those questions. So hope that helps, and good luck with creating your sales message.